Hi folks, thanks for tuning in to another track guide. My name is Russell, aka Finding Speed on YouTube. We're back in my backyard again this week in the UK for Brands Hatch. We're running the fixed setup. I hope your racing goes really well here this week. Please do give the video a like if you find it useful. Please do subscribe to my channel if you want more of these guides. Best of luck. Hopefully I will see you out there on the track at some point soon. Cheers. Okay, here's my breakdown of my 1 minute 21.3 here at Brands. Race conditions, race fuel, fixed setup. So as we come over the brow, we want to be pointing out to the left. And as we just come up to the 100 board, that's when we're going to start our braking. And we're keeping our eyes just past the 50 board. And we're watching carefully for this patch of green curbing to appear. Now we want to start our turning just around about the middle of this kind of access road here, and we're down to fourth, and basically we want to get ourselves tight to the inside. Now you got to watch the balance of the car because it goes off camber, it gets a bit squiggly there. I was finding if I went down to third too soon, the car started to lose balance. Fourth was just the right decision for me in the end. But we need to be tight to this curb here. Now, I wasn't really quite tight enough. But we can start building up the gas. And it looks like we're going to sail right off the track at this point. But when we bottom out here, the car's suddenly going to grip up massively. And we're going to come swinging round as we do. Now, before the 50 board, we need to really weigh the anchors here. We've got a lot of speed to scrub in a short distance. Thankfully, we're going a little bit uphill, which helps nicely. You can see we're pointing slightly in towards the inside of turn 2. We're right down to second gear. Now, there's plenty of arguments to go down to first here. Second worked for me better on exit for this corner, and it helped me carry a bit more speed in. But as you can see, as the curb starts to change here, I'm really tight to the inside. I'm out of the brakes and I'm starting to build up quite slowly here. And second gear really helps maintain traction on this corner, especially in these hot temperatures. Now we're back out to the outside of the track really quickly. We're straightening up, and just at the 50 board, we're going to start braking a little. We're in third gear and there's a little bit of off-track option here. There is like a surface just outside the white line there that we've got plenty of grip on. We want to widen this entry as much as we can, and then just at the curb we're back into the accelerator and we're going to sail out super wide here. We've got a big amount of exit here. We need to watch for the end of this extra surface on exit, because we can pick up a really easy off track here. Back to the outside of the track, we're looking towards the 50 board. Just past it, we're going to start our braking. We're going to come down to third initially, and we're sailing out towards the outside edge of the track. And then just as we're coming to the outside edge, we're turning in, and we really want quite a late apex here. We're going to hold off before we go down to second gear so we don't lose traction, but we are aiming for this white line to be our tightest point of entry here, and then we can be really picking up the accelerator in second gear already, and then we've got plenty of track for exit. But it's all about that late apex there. It's all about making sure that we don't rush down in second gear and lose traction in the car. So we're on the outside of the track. We've got a very, very fast sweeper for turn 5 here. At the 50 board just before. We're going to dip into the brakes for a period of time. We're going to drop the car down into 4th. And we're going to get quite an early turn in. And we're back on the gas quite quickly. We can really hold the power down on exit here. I did have to let out a couple of times just to keep the car on the track. Before the 50 board, we are braking down into third gear, and we need to really attack this inside curb. There's quite a lot of extra track here we can use. We're already into the gas. We've already done all of our braking. This point is acceleration only. We're keeping quite a firm steering angle. We can use all of this extra track on exit, and we really want to power out of that corner. Tricky blind right here. So at about the 50 board, just before, you can see the 50 board there, we're going to drop the brakes for a period of time, drop the car into 4th. There's plenty of argument that you can actually be in 3rd for this corner, but 4th really helped me carry a lot of speed through here. And because we're going to attack this curb so hard, we can afford it. We're already back on the gas. We've really nailed this apex. And we've got confidence in the car to stay on the track. It's very easy to fall off the track here, but if you can get that turn in right and really nail that inside curb, you can totally carry enough speed to stay in 4th around this corner. Back over to the right, before the 50 board, we're into the brakes. We're coming down to third gear, and we're really going to throw the car into this left-hander for turn 8. It's basically a right angle corner that should be slower by rights, but if we're right on the inside of this curb, we're in a fantastic bit of camber here, and if you can stick to this inside curb, the car is gonna stick with you on exit. So we're back into the gas. You do have to mind this exit here. It's very easy to pick up and off track, but you've got to try and focus on sticking to that inside curb. So we are now coming up to the final corner. Around about the 50 board, just before, we're going to brake the car. We're going to brake quite hard, but we're going to brake very briefly. And what we want to do is make sure we're turned in. So when this inside curb goes from being quite thick and deep into a very light width, we want to be right on it. And we're going to build up the accelerator, and we're going to stick it there at about 70% for a period of time, let the car catch its balance, and then we can start building up the accelerator. Because we've come over a brow, the car's going to get light, we need to go easy on it, so we keep traction, and then we can grip up again and carry that accelerator around. And then we want to bring the car in nice and tight to get a short line up to the finish. And that concludes our 1 minute 21.3 here at Brands Hatch. I hope you found it useful. If you did, give it a like. Please do subscribe to the channel. Best of luck for your races here this week. Let us know how you get on in the comments below. I hope it goes really well. And if I don't see you before, hopefully I'll see you out there on the track at some point soon. Cheers, guys.